Crystal Thompson here for Studio Katia. Today we are going to be creating a fun and different card with the rainbow stencil. So let me show you what we're going to be using. We're going to be using the Studio Katia Blooming Bunch, and we're going to be using the You Are Wonderful sentiment. And then for our stencil, we are using the mosaic hearts, and we're going to be doing these with Distress Oxide. We have Creative Dye, and this is absolutely gorgeous. This is a shaker heart, and we're going to use it in a non-shaker format. For our Distress Oxides, we're going to be using in Twisted Citron, Cracked Pistachio, Peacock Feathers, Seedless Preserves, and Picked Raspberry. So let's get started. Alright, we are going to begin by using the You Are So Wonderful, and the reason we're going to stamp our sentiment first is when we stencil on this, I really want to be sure that we go lighter where we stencil. So I'm going to put this off to the right so we leave some space for our shaker heart, and now you have this big wonderful sentiment. Alright, to begin stenciling, I have a couple pieces of washi tape. So how we're going to do this is we're going to flip over our stencil. We're going to grab our card base. We're going to flip that over too. We're going to try to get a straight image, and then using the washi tape, we're going to place it in the back. So if your washi tape does peel it off, you won't ever see it. So we're going to do this. I like to create my cards on card panels instead of card bases because it's just easier to align. Alright, we're going to bring in our Distress Oxides. We're going to begin with this Twisted Citron, and we're going to be using a smaller brush this time, and the reason why is that we really want to get some of these different color onto these hearts. So we're going to do the edge of every heart with the Twisted Citron. And we're going to skip, we're going to do very lightly right there. And then we're going to move on to the next heart. And you're just going to do this for all the corner hearts of the stencil. Okay. Once you have that done, clean off your brush. We're going to move on to the Cracked Pistachio. And again, you do not have to use Distress Oxides. You can use anything else you like if you just want to be sure that you have some blendable colors, such as dye inks. Okay, we continue on. These outer hearts are kind of halfways, or a little bit more difficult to add the color to, but that is okay. Let's continue on. And again, very lightly on that heart. And you can totally change the direction of where you're adding your color. All right. We're going to move on to the Peacock Feathers. Grab some more of this color, and we're just going to do a very light wash of this because we will run out of room for our pinks and purples. Continue on. So there are so many wonderful ways to use this beautiful stencil. I just couldn't, when I saw this, I thought we have to rainbow those hearts. We gotta. All right, we're gonna move on to our Picked Raspberry. I'm gonna clean off your brush. Again, just the very top of your brush. Bring that down. And you'll see that as I get closer to the center, I go lighter. And the reason why is that I do not want to lose my You Are Wonderful sentiment. All right. Okay. All right. And if you want, you can add Seedless Preserves. I'm just going to add these to the bottom part of my hearts. So just that little bottom square. You can use a smaller brush. You could even use a Q-tip just to add that color. Almost done. So while I am blending, I want to be sure to ask you guys to click subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right, we are done. We're gonna remove the stencil. Look how pretty that is. Such a nice, pretty heart. Be sure not to smudge it, especially when using distress oxides. Okay, now we are gonna bring in our shaker hearts. And so I know this is probably designed for a shaker. I'm gonna use it as an embellishment. So I'm gonna place my heart, and then I'm gonna place the second heart. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and embellish with some Studio Caddy embellishments. Okay, so look how pretty this turned out. I really wanted to make that heart glittery. I thought it would make it pop. So I'm gonna grab some of my Studio Caddy glue. This is water-based glue that dries clear. So I'm gonna put some on my fingers. You could brush this on. It's just, for me, it's just easier to wash my hands. So we're gonna continue adding the glue all the way and all over this heart. Try to stay within the actual shape of the heart. And then we're gonna come in with our Studio Caddy chunky glitter. And I really love this glitter because it kind of grabs the colors from the card. And then you wanna dump this on another piece of cardstock. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Something that you don't feel terribly bad about folding. Remove the excess and shake it off so you get it off the rest of the oxide. And look how fun that is. You totally just took this to a whole different level. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial. Be sure to click subscribe so we can continue providing these free tutorials and get the most out of your Studio Caddy products. Thank you. Have an awesome day.